years ago when we first came here, it was something special with the Rams, but they just couldn't figure it out, and Sean McVay obviously helped change all of that. He energized Jared Goff in year 2, and then in year 3 they get to the Super Bowl, third year of Jared Goff's career, and they also had the help of this guy who came over from the Buffalo Bills and has just been a dynamic production wide receiver since he's joined the Rams. The defending Super Bowl champion Rams training camp site, Doug Gottlieb Show here on Fox Sports Radio. Robert Woods is our guest. How are you?
I'm doing well. Appreciate you having me.
Hold on real quick. Got to flip you on there.
There we go. Appreciate you for having me on here.
What's this camp like in comparison to camps of the past?
Just grinding. I think, initially through the first year was just grasping the offense, understanding the team, understanding our coaching philosophy. I think now it's just a lot more advanced. We're already understanding our coach, what he expects from us. So now we're able to come out here and compete at the highest speed, highest level, and really just be ourselves, be relaxed, be comfortable with our coach, be comfortable with our teammates, and know how to practice.
Okay, so you mentioned that's a great – when you first got here, you're trying to figure out, all right, what's this guy about? What are we running? What was your first impression of Sean McVay?
Well, I already before I got here, I phoned in trying to get some inside scoop on Coach McVay.
So who'd you call?
I called Ike Hilliard from the Redskins. He was a receiver coach with the Redskins, and for me with the year in Buffalo, a coach that I trusted, and he was just telling me, he's one of the biggest minds of the Redskins. He makes this offense go, make this team go, and I just I trusted his word and trusted his ability. He came here, and that's exactly what it was. He was a young coach, great memory, great just grasp of offense, of plays, of scheme, and first OTAs he came in with his playbook, his plan. We ended up running it exactly what he wanted, and it came back to training camp, and it was that offense with a whole lot more fitting to us, our players, our style of offense, our running back, our receivers, routes that that he saw us run. He took some routes out, he put some routes in. And really just a coach who adapted his offense to his team, and it was just a perfect mesh.
It's incredible insight, because he came in and he had a plan. This is what I want to do, but he's like, well, hold on, you can't you can't make somebody do something that they're not capable of, which is how you always want you want to coach the way you want to be coached, right?
You build your team, and he's like, this guy does this well. This is what I want to. Get done in my offense. So let's combine them both, and let's make this thing comfortable for you and comfortable for us.
To the layman, we see it, and I see it, and I say, what's interesting is he tries to make so many things look the same, right? There's always the wide receiver in motion for the jet sweep, but it looks the same, and yet obviously so many things are different. Was that like anything else you had run? Was that more like something from college? What was that approach like for you, who had been in the National Football League previous to getting here?
I would say it's standard football, but just what he brings to it is just makes it way more advanced, and you're doing things with a purpose. You're not just running routes. I mean, we're running the same routes from the beginning of football, but just now we're opening up our own windows. We're creating our own windows. We're making the defense move to us and not, react to the defense. It's just we're putting the pressure. We're applying the pressure in his offense, making everything make the defense, be disciplined with their eyes. But other than that, it's a whole lot for them to see.
Okay, so from the moment that you first met him till now it's 2 years later. Now everybody's telling him he's the greatest coach ever, right? If you know him, you can get a head coaching job in the NFL. Right, now he's engaged to get married, right? He's getting a contract extension. What's he like now to deal with as opposed to 2 years ago?
Just same guy, super laid back, same cool coach, players coach. Come out here and really work with his players, work with the receivers, hands-on. Sometimes he'll come out here and give us a look from a cornerback perspective, or he'll show us how he wants to route. So you want a coach who can, show you how it's done as well, which is the benefits of having a young coach. But just being the same coach, high energy, knowing all his players, running these competitive practices, and really just a great coach.
Robert Woods joining us in the Doug Gottlieb Show here on Fox Sports Radio. Your offense changed dramatically when Cooper went down with an injury. But in many ways, it opens up opportunities for you. What did you learn about yourself or about your ability to have a different role in this offense when that occurred?
I feel like, that's what I do. I feel like I always, take pride in myself as being a complete receiver, being able to play inside, play outside, play X, play F, play Z, literally play every single position. Some running back plays as well. But just really knowing this offense. So when Cooper Kupp went down, it's an unfortunate event, but just doing what I do, like, all right, now it's on display now. We're Cooper's out. I think Brandin ended up getting injured with the concussion that game as well. Yep. But just in that situation, it's like, all right, now it's on full display. Now I'm moving from F, I'm moving to Z, moving to X. We got a rookie receiver in there. I'm helping him out, coaching him up. We got Josh Reynolds coming there making plays. But just being the leader.
But the processing that you're able to do to not just know, okay, my role changes, but now I got a rookie that has to change, right? And it's one of the things that Sean values is I not only have to have guys that athletically can produce, but have to intellectually produce as well, which I'm sure means, and probably one of the reasons they gave you a raise, right? Is they realize all these other things you can do outside of, hey, he can really catch the football.
Yeah, you look at it as you have your starters out there. You have Cooper Kupp, myself, Brandin Cooks, 3 guys who are taking pretty much almost every single rep with Jared with the ones. The focus is on us, really. And then you get 2 guys who are studying, may not get the reps. And really it's just holding them to the same standard. We always compete here at practice, and we tell them, and I hold them to the same standard. There's no drop-off. If anybody goes down, we have to be able to play at a high level and a high standard. And we did that in the game, and me being the leader, I have to make sure everybody in our group is ready to play at that level.
Okay, so but there is still kind of something left out there, right? There's
of course.
One game away. How much does that change your personal and your team's motivation, considering how close you actually came to winning the last game, which everyone dreams of?
Just put all the work in. Just last year itself, putting all the work in to get to that point, to get all the way to that game and get that close and kind of fall short is each put in the work,
Can you have here's my question, I guess. Can you have the perspective of, like, I sit here and I say, hey, they're the NFC champions. And now most people I'd say, well, they lost in the Super Bowl. Like, yeah, but they got to the Super Bowl, right? Yeah. There's 30 other teams that wanted to get the Super Bowl, and it was a hell of a football game.
Yeah.
I
think we're better. That's what I'm saying.
You were better this year, or you were better than the Patriots?
Better this year. And, of course, the better team ended up winning the game, so I can't say that. But
the better team doesn't always win the game.
Okay, well,
right? No, you played enough ball to know, like, the better team doesn't know. Like,
yeah, it comes down to situational football. You win situations, correct? Yes. But I feel like we're a better team, able to have that experience, get to that point, have that loss. I think makes us a better team. Just the hunger of just working. Of coming off a 4-12 first round loss to get to the Super Bowl, I feel like every process of every year makes this team hungrier to just go out and get it. We're adding more players. We add Weddle. We add Clay Matthews. This team is a lot more hungrier to just get back, and itself will make us better.
Robert Woods joining us in the Doug Gottlieb Show. Is there a play in your mind from the Super Bowl that you see? You get your mental DVR, like, man, if I had just done this. Do you have that, or have you been able to mentally, emotionally move on?
I was able to emotionally move on from the game. I did watch the game a couple times. Saw some plays like, if I could have hit this gap, or if I could have broke this tackle. Of course, you look at it and it's like, if I could have. And that's why you go out there and train. You work out, you go and make these plays. You train even harder. You do drills to be able to make those plays next time. And I feel like, this year coming up, I don't really look at any of those plays as like, I could have did this. Now is more so like, I will do that. I will break this tackle. I will go out and snatch the ball or stay in bounds on the sideline and be able to tiptoe and keep running in, or split the defenders and make a guy miss. It's really just all about getting better every time you turn on the film and every time you touch the field.
All right, last thing. We've talked with Goff a lot, and, like some of these quarterbacks, they have these dynamic personalities and he's so laid back. He's so chill that you almost feel like, What's that guy like in the huddle in New Orleans when you guys are trying to drive down the field and win the game? Like, what is the real Jared Goff like?
Yeah, the real Jared Goff. I mean, he is super chill. He's super calm, but great teammate, super mature, super respectful. But just when you're out there competing, he's, I need, especially in that loud atmosphere, NFC Championship, he's no talking about, the previous play, no talking about assignments. I need your eyes on my mouth because it's loud and it's just demanding, and everybody is silent. He's running this offense, and the whole game is under Jared's control. And it's like that on the sideline. If he's bringing us up, all eyes on Jared at halftime. Jared's our leader. Jared controls his team, this offense, and he's a true leader. I know you say he's calm, but on this field, he's our director and he's our coach on the field.
You mentioned Weddle. I've heard Weddle is like football genius back there.
Yes.
So when you guys are going 11 on 11, has there been a moment yet to where you're like, damn, he knows what we're doing?
He's calling it out. It's really he's just putting. His communication, I would say, is his biggest thing that he's brought here so far, and his leadership. He's getting the guys in a great position to play pre-snap. He's getting guys pre-aligned to where put them in the best position to where it'll mess with our mind. I heard him today in the walkthrough telling Taylor to hold his disguise a little bit longer, hold it longer. I noticed he was coming down, and Weddle's coaching him up like hold it longer. And you need somebody like that on your team who's getting his guys better. He's getting Nikel better. He's getting Marcus Peters, getting Akeem better. And really is making our defense better. The communication, the disguises are really challenging for us in this training camp and what we need.
And it'll make you better for the regular season. Well, we know you got a lot of travel. You got practice coming up tonight. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, Robert Woods, of course, rightfully got a big raise from the Rams, part of their dynamic wide receiving core, part of what led them to an NFC championship. Hi, I'm Doug Gottlieb from Fox Sports Radio, and you need to subscribe to the Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel where you can hear and see me. Why not? Plus, everybody else who's awesome here on Fox Sports Radio.